Health Check is brought to you locally by Island Cancer Center. About 20 years ago, Barragata resident Jackie Cabrera up and left her island home and moved to Lacey, Washington. The move was needed as Cabrera, who is blind, sought resources and a school for the blind. Cabrera is not only back visiting family and friends, but also sharing the skills that she has picked up with other vision impaired here.
I lost my eyesight from diabetes. I have actually been a diabetic since I was age 11, and that's what took my eyesight overnight back in 2001. And so I've been totally blind since then. And from there, I had to relocate and lived in Washington, where I was able to go to the School for the Blind, which is called the Orientation and Training Center in Seattle. And it just worked out for me, where I was able to gain skills to live my life independently with mobility and computers, home economics, would shop in seminars and coping and dealing with blindness. And so through all that, in my journey, cooking was a therapy for me.
Cooking would eventually grow into a passion for her.
And through my every days of practicing and enhancing on my own skills, the cooking just turned out to be something even more, where I found myself helping other visually impaired and blind people back in Washington. And also did a little catering, and also spread all my my skills out in the community there, in helping in both the blind community and in our community there, in our church community.
Although here for a family reunion, she also wanted to be busy with purpose, sharing all she has learned from the Western Culinary Institute with the vision impaired and blind here in Guam.
I was the first blind person to ever attend that Culinary Institute. So there was like 1,000 students, so I was the one of the 1,000, 999 cited. And the first thing I had told them was I don't want any special treatment, and I had asked them to please don't answer for me and to please give me a chance.
The 9-month program brought a lot of tears, but also a lot of joy, and allowed Cabrera to thrive.
It was not to go and to become top chef. It was to go so I can, especially being blind, I wanted to expand in my skills, in my knowledge, in my abilities in the culinary field, only because I wanted to take all of that and all the skills I learned from the School for the Blind in Seattle and apply it to other visually impaired and blind people, whether they're in Washington or around the world, most especially here in our island of Guam. And I would like to someday also extend to the CNMI, in the Micronesian Islands and wherever that there are people who are visually impaired or have visual challenges that need help with basic kitchen skills.
And it was those basic kitchen skills that Cabrera happily taught and shared with the group last week.
Yes, I became blind overnight, but I did not, and I don't want to, and I will not soak or dwell in my blindness. Because if I just stayed in that kind of thoughts and in that kind of mentality, I would not be where I am today. I see dark, but not darkness. And I don't want to live in darkness. So there's still so many things, and that's one of the reasons why I'm here. And I've extended my stay, or made my stay long, so I can be able to give back to our community, because I see a lot of our visually impaired and blind people here where there's not much because of the limited resources. And I think that through cooking, you and I both know that we need to eat every day. And so being able to, even basic kitchen skills, just as making a simple thing as making fried rice or frying, turkey sausage or Spam, like they always say. Those are little things, but they really mean big things. This has been a blessing for me to be able to give back. It's nothing but joy.
Health Check is brought to you locally by Island Cancer Center.